Good morning. As promised, this is a video talking about our return to church, and we're very excited about it. June 14th, that's going to be the day when we return back to church. We'll have two services that day, 9 o'clock and 11. And here's what you can expect throughout the day, coming onto campus and worship and leaving at the conclusion of worship as well. The first thing you'll notice is a bunch of people excited that you're here back worshiping, because we've missed you so much, and we look forward to this day. Also, when you arrive out in the parking lot, know that the doors will open at 15 minutes before each service. So 8:45, the doors will open and you can come in, and there'll be some steps as far as that goes as well. And then also, if you're coming into the 11 o'clock service, at 10:45, those doors will open.
Also, as you're entering the building, we would ask that you please practice social distancing. Try to keep as much space as you can between you and the families around you. And also, we would ask for the safety of all of our guests that you would wear a mask as you're in our building today. When you enter our building, you may notice that we are going to have some volunteers at each of our restrooms. We would ask that only one person or one family enter the restroom at a time, and then between each person we'll have a volunteer who's going to go in and do some sanitizing. Also, until further notice, because of the restrictions that we have right now, we will not be able to offer nursery, children's church, or Sunday school, but we hopefully look forward to being able to offer those again in the future.
There will be some things that are different. Obviously, as Tori was saying about no nursery or children's worship and the things like that. One other thing that'll be a little different for us, because we tend to be a casual church, very welcoming church in that respect, is we're not going to have water products or coffee for you, just trying to prevent any passing on of the COVID virus. But we do welcome you to bring whatever you want into worship to drink during that time together. So feel free to bring your coffee or your Diet Mountain Dew or whatever it is that you like during worship time.
You can see our seats have been arranged a little bit differently to accommodate for our circumstances. As you're coming into the sanctuary, you are going to see some hand sanitizing stations, so we would ask that you utilize those. And we're also going to have some volunteers who will escort you and your family to your seating area.
The things that in all of this we want to encourage is that when you get here with your family and you're in your seats together, we want you to worship the same way you always worship. It's going to be different. It's going to be a little awkward maybe even, but we want that experience of you being here worshiping God to be really the same. Which brings me to a very important part of our worship service. That's the invitation. This to me is one of the most significant times that we have, because it's our chance to respond to how God is leading us through the Holy Spirit. And it's our response to the word that's spoken. So the altar will be open, but let's try to maintain our social distancing. If you come with your family, obviously you can pray together. But if you come as an individual, we've left plenty of space here for you to spread out and have that 6-foot distance that's required and requested. If you would like to talk to me about something very personal, as we would normally talk about during invitation, it may be a better option that we meet after worship service or arrange a time through the week that we can get together and we can talk in more detail about that.
At the conclusion of our service, those same volunteers that escorted you to your seats at the beginning will also be dismissing by section. And instead of passing around the offering plate like we're used to, we have these tithe boxes that we're going to be using on your way out the door, so you can drop your tithe in those boxes as you leave.
One of the things that we want to do as your church family is make sure everyone is safe and can come into an environment and not worry. So in between each of our two services, 9 and 11, we'll have a team cleaning, deep cleaning, sanitizing the area, going over the chairs, all the surfaces and things, to make sure that the next families that come in can feel very confident about worship. Also, you've noticed we've got a limited number of seats, so it's going to be very important that you reserve ahead of time for you and your family who are coming to worship at the worship time that you want to come to. We'll open up today, Sunday, to begin reserving your seats for you and your family, and this will conclude on Wednesday the 10th. That allows us a little time, since this is our first attempt at reserving seats. If there's any problems, we can fix that, or if we need to increase and add another service time, we can do that. So it's very important that you register as quickly as possible. There will be links posted in this, and you can also contact us if you have any questions about it. Now, in the event that you have to cancel and you can't make it to worship for one reason or another, we're not certain, we haven't found a way to take the seats off online, but you can certainly call us and we can adjust for that.
We are going to be using a website called Eventbrite to do our seat reservations for our upcoming service on June 14th. When you are ready to register, we're going to provide links to you through our Facebook page. There's going to be a link for the 9 a.m. service and a separate link for the 11 a.m. service. So when you are registering, just make sure that you have clicked on the link for the time that you plan to attend church. When you click on the link, this is what you are going to see. As you can see right there in the middle of the screen, this would be for the 9 a.m. service. Down at the bottom, you are going to click on the orange register button. And then once you do that, you're going to see this menu up at the top where you can drop down. And this is where you are going to select the number of people who plan to attend church that day. So let's say, for example, that maybe it was you and your spouse and your 2 children. That would be 4 people, so you would select 4. Make sure that you do reserve 1 seat for each adult and each child who plans to attend. Then you're going to click on the orange register button again. And then you're going to fill in your first and last name and your email address. And once you do that, you will get a confirmation email to let you know that your seat has been reserved. If for some reason you are not comfortable using Eventbrite or if you have any issues, you can also register by calling the church during our office hours. That number is 270-358-5192. The office hours are Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. So if you have any issues registering, then you can also register by calling church. And if you have any other issues, please reach out to us and let us know.
You know, in all of this new way of coming to worship, this is not really the way we want to do it, but in order to get back to where we want to be with all of us worshiping together, these are just the steps that we have to take to ensure our church family is safe and healthy. Now, with all that being said, if you're one this morning that doesn't feel comfortable coming to church, or maybe you're even one that has been a little bit sick and would prefer to stay home, we're still going to provide service for you online. At 11 o'clock, we will have a cell phone set up that we can do Facebook Live. We can stream it as we have been. It will look a little different. It won't be nearly as nice because it's just a live version. We've been doing a Premiere account, which means that we are able to record it and really make a nice quality product for you to watch from home. But we'll have Facebook Live at 11 o'clock. But we also want you to know that at 5 o'clock in the afternoon on Sunday, we will restream through Premiere on Facebook and our YouTube channel, Parkway Online, the service that you're used to seeing all through this event. So we want you to know that we're doing everything that we can to provide a worship experience for you. And certainly in all of this, if you have any questions, feel free to contact us and we will answer any questions that we can to make this a smooth day of transitioning back to church at Parkway Baptist.